Hello! Sorry, there's a wound happening to another Let's Play, or Side Play, me, GamerWolfSix, of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game, and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, which is $5 a month, about $50 a year. So, on the last Let's Play, it was a battle between Teak and Siamese Cat, basically the guy that can summon things. But with the help of Max, Teak won. You know, the old dog. Was he a blue collar or something? I'm not the best at remembering who's the what's. And then, after he won, it was Burry versus a tiger, I think, who had the collar of healing. I can't remember those names either. And, again, because of Max, he won in that fight too. The Burry. And now we're going to do the fight between Rune and a cheetah with a jetpack? It makes sense in context. Anyways, reset my face. As I try to peek my head from behind the control desk, I barely dodge another dagger thrown at me. Darn it. Rune versus Magnes. Magnes? We're supposed to gang up on the cats, one after another, but the damn cheetah led me away from Burry and Cooper. Was it Cooper? Oh wait, Cooper's the other guy, right. And now keeps me separated from them. We're in the hangar of the guardian statues now. There's heavy machinery lying up all around me on the ground and hanging from the ceiling. The draft of air carries the smell of burnt metal. There are a lot of spots for both me and him to hide behind. The little hecker chose the best place to keep me at a distance and take full advantage of the mobility of the chains of liberty. That's not good. I should be out there helping my boys, not wasting all this time on one scrawny, shitty cat. Shitty twink. I mean, I don't know, I like twinks. Anyways, come on, Moon. This legendary canine hero really afraid of a little kitten? Mew. I'm just a little guy. I see him in the glass reflection of one of the panels. He sits on one of the many black circular metal plates hanging from the ceiling, too high for me to reach. It's sorry for, reading yawns. It's also like 9 o'clock. Okay, not late, but still. Could have had coffee. So let's see, what could be the weakness of this thing? Overheating? Something that makes it go zoomies really badly? Or hard to control? Maybe. I grab a heavy screw and a steel rod from the floor. What would be a heavy screw? And then, with a frustrated growl, I leap from behind the control desk and toss it at the cheetah. My predictions of his reactions are correct, but I still can't match his reflexes and the sheer speed of his chains. He avoids them with no effort, and then drops at me like a hulking hawk. I grab the heavy chain off the floor and crack it at him like a whip. He instantly pulls back, while throwing 3 daggers at me, which barely deflect with the chain. My arm hurts, everything. My mind is cloudy, my reflexes are dull. But even if it wasn't for all that beating, and the poison it subjected me to over the past few hours, would I be able to match that relic's power with my full strength? A sudden rumbling from above snaps me back to attention. Damn it! A giant metal crate tips over from an elevated platform and falls right at me. I let go of the chain and jump away. The piece of broken scrap cuts my ankle, or a piece. Damn you, twinks. We study you back at the Pride, We felines were taught to hate and fear you. Now look at you. Nothing impressive at all, just a regular mutt. I look up and see him floating in the air, under those black plates, playing with the dagger. Damn, cheating cheetah. That's pathetic. If all it takes is just one puny relic to gain strength and freedom greater than those of the revered Rune, then what good are legends for? Shelter tech. Zoomies. And start zooming across the whole hangar with such speed and dexterity I can barely follow his movements with my tired eye. Wait, did I double click or did he not just say what it was? Shelter tech zoomies. Okay. He's probably gonna attack my blind side at any moment now. He'll throw the dagger or something. I have to be ready for whatever happens. Good thing I don't have to quick time vents. Right? I can't fall here. Not like this. Not after everything we've gone through together. I'm supposed to be shelter sword and shield. If I die now, then who is going to keep our pack from harm? Who will set up and... Oh, wait, Max? I see. I see? Holy fuck, I see. Or holy heck? Why not holy heck? Or gosh, hecking dog it? I sigh and draw my arms, letting myself relax. As I calmly reach my hands behind me towards one of the control desks, I let my connection with Max guide my fingers over the switches and buttons. Chains of Liberty! Indeed, he throws the dagger right at me, not on my blind side, but instead at my one remaining eye. He himself follows closely right behind the flying blade. With the incredible clarity granted to me through our unity with Max, I know I would be able to catch, and I would be able to catch it if I wanted. I wonder if this is a thing where it's like Max knows how he would die somehow. I don't know, human magic, and is like, well, this is how we're going to do it, Edge of Tomorrow style. But I don't do that. Instead, whoosh. I turn the final knob and watch as the dagger changes its course and flies over my head, while the cat slows down midair, and then slams against one of the black metal plates hanging under the ceiling, all of them now buzzing with a mysterious energy that seemingly pulls anything and everything made of metal. Oh, magnets. The cheetah shouts in panic and confusion, glued to the buzzing plate, as more and more pieces of scrap barrage is immobilized body. What? How? What is this? Shelter tech. That tech has chains. Wait, that tech has chains in its name for a reason, you know? Because if you have to strap metal wings all over yourself to fly, then how can you say you're truly free? No, stop! Do you have to destroy the thing? It could be useful. Damn, I need a drink. I feel that. Don't drink, kids. Hancock, you and me both, brother. You'd think he'd want a tight hole, just saying. Because he would be dumb, right? Max, huh? Yeah, this is how it should end, by your hand. I caused all of this because I was stubborn, angry, jealous. But to side with the cats, to hurt my fellow dogs, I'm a fucking disgrace as a canine. You know, the truth is, we were always nothing but massive failures down south. So we came here looking for a new beginning. But we failed even at that. Instead of trying fresh, we brought our resentment with us and named it yet again to do what we failed to to do what we failed at back there. It's just... I don't understand. The strong should rule, the weak should submit. That's natural. But the world changes. What's weakness and what's strength isn't so clear anymore. Also, I'm suffering from blood loss. So I might, go on a diatribe. And yet, even in this kingdom of fucking schemes and politics and enemies and madness, there's always this one thing that always stayed with me. It stayed the same my life. My pack. Whatever I did, I thought I did it for them, even when I was cruel. No, especially when I was cruel. A pack needs a strong leader. That gives them stability. That keeps them happy. And that makes me happy too. What a fucking fool I was. Right now, I don't even resent you for anything, really. I hurt your pack, so I deserve to die. That's natural, too. Come on, you mute fuck. Just put me down already. There's nowhere in this world I would belong anymore. Or could. Also, does he remember that we're mute, or was? You're right. We hurt our pack. Let's not do that again. No. No. Max, don't. I'm so... The Black Panther enters the scrap-littered hall. A small red light blinks at the crest part of the mist-spewing relic harness? Mist-spewing relic harness. That weapon both grants him impossible strength and makes his body so hot it burns to even approach him. My nose has been itching from the scent of my own singed fur on my cheek and hands. Right now, sorry, I'm just multitasking. Be like, do you remember? Like, I remember this relic as well, but I can't remember what the weakness was of it, or if there is. Because we used it, right? Against furry? Well, Max did. Those powers challenged only by some of the stronger monsters, non-enemy for a single canine. But I can't back down. This is Cooper the Caucasian versus Pondus. Fight. I can smell and hear all of my wounded comrades behind me. They suffered more than just some burnt fur. I take a wide battle stance and let out a loud growl, trying to intimidate the panther with my bested steel club. Blessed? Aw, puppy. You have a stick. That's cute. The panther leaps at the pile of scrap. But mine's bigger. See, I'm making a dick joke. He grabs onto the base of the huge construction beam that's detached and fell from the ceiling. He helps both in effort and excitement as he swings the massive chunk of metal like it's some sort of improvised weapon. Except it's 6 times as tall and 100-fold heavier than he is. The red light on his chest blinks faster, letting out a high-pitched beep with each flash. His body grows so hot that the floor at his feet starts turning red. I'm wondering if this is either, you either make it so hot that he, kind of melts through the floor or something like that, or that you make him burn his mana just completely out. Just saying. Though I guess maybe it just has a battery of mana in the thing. Well, would you look at that? Mine's bigger. Dick joke. He rests on his shoulder. Every moment that he shakes the clutter in the room with a loud noise. I could probably outrun him and look for reinforcements if it wasn't for my wounded comrades. As long as they are in danger, I cannot retreat. It's a dire situation. I don't have access to most of my techniques because every time we release mana from our relics, I am too slow to absorb it before Shelter claims it. Oh yeah, I guess Shelter's acting normally, it's not shut down. I'm not like Rune or Bury Tangleroot. I have never even experienced the state of a blaze. I cannot win a fair duel against the feline wheeling treasure of the ancients. But I'm still here. The helpless and innocents rest behind my back. Count on me to protect them. I cannot waver now. I take a deep breath and raise my club in front of my chest, bringing a claw of my free hand to the base of one of the 6 shining sides, focusing the very essence of my spirit at the tip of my claw. I start scribbling magic runes across the surface of my weapon, chanting in the language of an incomprehensible tongue called French, dedicating my very soul to Mother Earth in exchange for however much power she wishes to grant me for it. Once I finish its ritual, my life will be forfeit, but I cannot stay idle and wait for that cruel brute to reach them. I have to put my very life on the line, because that's exactly what's at stake here. I finish the chant. My holy weapon glows with the spirit runes. However, I can't feel her. Why has she abandoned me? Now, I've never strayed. I've always stayed dedicated to my role as her shepherd, just like my father. Is that? No, of course. It's Shelter. It's blocking me both from the world and, by extension, from Mother Earth. I have always taken the role as a leader and as a protector, someone who puts lost souls to ease and helps them find direction. But right now, when I'm the one in need of guidance the most, I feel so lost myself, so alone. Oh, it's a woo time. Alone? No, I'm not. I can feel it, a voice blessed by the touch of the divine. That being human? Where? In panic, the panther swings the massive metal beam weapon behind him, blasting the scrap all across the room. My ears deafen from the cacophony of noises, but the connection from the howl still goes through. I see. I see. I hurriedly wipe the magic runes off my weapon, cutting the magical ritual short. Sacrificial ritual short? Oh, so I guess that was kind of like one of those forbidden techniques or something, you know? Not forbidden, but, you know. Because I guess in something it's like, it's a forbidden technique because you die. That was too close. How rash of me. Instead, I put my mace down and support myself on it as if Sir Thistle's walking cane. I rest. Of course, there's nobody behind the panther. He huffs at me, swinging the steel beam and resting on his shoulder once again. A cheap trick like that from a shepherd? I thought you were supposed to be honorable and shit. Come on, what are you waiting for? Come at me. Or I'll come to you. You've been blasting that tech at full power all this time. Do you think that's wise? Ha! What? Are you worried about me? No need. I have mastered it. I can wield it to its limits. You witnessed firsthand as I crush you and all the other canines under its full power. Shelter tech. Amber circuit. Master it? No. A good master doesn't just command. He knows when to listen to. Did you ever take a moment to hear out what your tech's been trying to tell you? Also, this seems like a good thumbnail right here. What are you babbling about? It's just a weapon. It doesn't speak. Oh, it does. No with words, but in whatever other ways it can. I nod at the panther's chest. That red light. It's been flashing for quite some time now, and it's finally starting to grow dim. What do you think that means? Huh? The pitch and sound signal of the harness drops and distorts. The red light grows fainter and fainter. The metal beam starts tipping over in the confused feline shaking hands. Hey, for once I was right. Oh! Those things are heavy. And then crushes the wielder under the sheer released weight. I've picked up a steel beam before. Not that big, but, you know, steel's kinda heavy. Just saying. Thank you, Max. But that's enough rest. My work isn't done yet. And neither is yours. Oh, I guess there's still that one cat that was at the top of the place. Him? Is this gonna be a thing where it's like, yeah, we were brainwashed and are complete assholes. So, anyways, a pack, a pride, a kingdom. The more people unite, the more they divide the world itself. Your shelter's the same. The human couldn't have been unaware of that. And yet, he still thought of unifying everyone, with us as its first felines in this new order. But we aren't stupid. The moment he set his sights on the goal like that, it became a threat not just to us, but to anyone who holds this realm together, or apart, I guess. Shelter. The enemy of the world. I take my coat off and cover Luke with it. He still breathes. A pack. A pride. A kingdom. The world. Nobody really cares about any of that. None of that matters. When we were young, we knew exactly what was important. It was only as we grew up that our minds were fed with all those distractions, worries, and falsehoods. We shifted our focus from simply living to instead find those threats, real or not. And over time, we forgot what we were protecting in the first place. And for the human, it was same for you, me and Acri. People. It's always people. Acri. This name rings empty in a very peculiar way. Someone who doesn't exist anymore. And yet, even without him, the world keeps moving on. The sun will still rise, all the same, and it will still keep living until the day we ourselves cease to be. What good are people? Your unity. When everyone will be forgotten in time either way, corruption or not. Even Rune understood that when he rebelled against the Crimson Royal Grove, people are disposable. But ideas, kingdoms, they rule over all. They can be eternal. My name is Litness, subject 566 of the Feline Opal Pride, first-class espionage and assassin agent, and the leader of Team Onza. For the good of my kingdom, I'll erase your shelter from the pages of history. My name is Maximus of Shelter, deserter of the feline opal pride, and enemy of the world. For the sake of everyone I hold dear, I will make you remember. We rush at each other, hands against blade, canine against feline. Unlike with Thistle, Bury, Rune, and Cooper, this time I don't have a quick and easy solution to fight against the sword. I can still perfectly understand the mechanisms inside it. It's a weapon that absorbs mana and coats the blade with different types of magic. But even that knowledge starts to become foggy. The wolf said that this clarity, these eyes of the observer, they would run out soon. It's like Luke's keeping a pact connection with me to keep the power stable, but I can't depend on him much longer. But that's fine. I can do this without him. After all, I have others to depend on too. Max. It's becoming Dragon Ball Z, ain't it? Dripping into Bury's battle knowledge, I turn my feline style into an amalgamation of two schools put together. My fist and palm strikes deflect his strikes and provide a counter-offensive. Bury's analytical mindset helps me predict Luteus's movements before he can even think of them himself. But he is neither a weakling nor an amateur. He adapts and learns. Soon, even my makeshift fighting style becomes familiar and predictable to him too. He makes a feint with the sword, followed by a roundhouse kick right in my face, too fast for me to evade. Max, by Thistle. So, I simply opened my jaw and let him land the hit, sinking my teeth onto his foot. Surprised, he wobbles on one heel, growling in pain and frustration. With a sharp roar, he swings a sword at me. So, I jump over the blade and do a backflip, pulling both of us off our feet. Before he can follow up with another slash, I twist us in midair, spit his foot out, followed up by a half pirouette, and drop the back of my heel at the back of his head, slamming his snout against the cold steel floor. But he doesn't stay down. Using his feline flexibility, he rolls back and slashes the sword at me, infusing it with his mana to leave a temporary shimmering edge of pure energy. He slips back, always keeping a few steps away. Before I can catch up to him, he's already stands by Luke, surrounded by his mana crystals. He's giving you power, is that it? First you steal from us, now the human. How about we play a game then, you parasite? The link stabs Luke in the thigh. An unconscious human doesn't even react. I rush at them, but I have to jump back when Luteus swings a myriad of slashes in my direction. The bloody tip of his blade paints a net of brighter, longer, and more stable ethereal slash strokes in the air, deny my approach. Then he crushes one of the crystals at his feet, and, with a wide swing of his blade, completely encloses himself and Luke in a shimmering barrier, none like the legendary glass, surrounded by a mist of unstable, crack-curling, destructive feline magic. Impenetrable. Dangerous. Max, by Cooper. But that doesn't matter. I have to stop him, whatever you plan to do to Luke. I gather my courage and rush head first at the barrier. The instability of the destructive mist cuts through my fur and skin in tiny licks, growing in strength the closer I get to the center. I'll get cut apart if I keep going like that. But Luteus is right. I still have one more power, one that I neither deserved nor need. The power that was forced upon me. Now, for the very first time, I let it flow through my whole body. All of it, the entire mass of feline mana Luke released from my old crystal burns through me, dispersing the mist around me. I leap through it, and, as I come face to face with the barrier proper, I concentrate every single spark of orange into my open palm. The flames of dawn burst forth as I slam my palm against the barrier, giving the lynx only a moment to gasp before the surface cracks and then explodes at his face. I can feel my right hand and forearm sagging loosely, with half of the bones broken under its skin. But I can't stop, not yet. Rushing through the cloud of bright, dispersed magic, I drive my foot straight into Luteus' guts. The relic sword slips from his grasp. Max, by Rune. I catch the sword in my left hand and immediately resume my assault, driving the lynx away from Luke. He can't defend himself, always a hair's width away from being slashed open by the techniques borrowed from Rune. The gashes from the barrier explosion blind his sight with the hot blood dripping down his forehead as he loses footing multiple times. But I don't finish him yet. I lead him to the edge of shelter and kick his ankle, making him fall to the ground, just 2 feet before the drop. I point the tip of the sword at him. We stare at each other. Do you remember when we were still pups and kittens? Do you remember the cages? It's been so long ago. I wasn't even sure if it was real anymore. Right now, I remember everything clearly. Everything. I raise my sword and stare at the reflection of my face on its smooth, shining surface. It doesn't feel like I'm looking at myself at all. Somehow, it's more like I'm standing face to face with Acre again. I wonder if, deep in his heart, Luteus sometimes feels similar seeing of his own reflection. Shelter Tech. The shield sword. To his shock, I toss the weapon off the cliff. It disappears in the darkness, so far below us, we can't even hear it hitting the rock bottom. My connection with Luke is finally coming to a close. The final spark of clarity flickers through the unusual chaos of my mind, about to give up. I take that spark and place it at the tip of my finger, and touch the cheetah's bloodied forehead with it. Wait, he was a cheetah too? I thought it was a lynx. His pupils widen only for a single heartbeat, and then we're both back to normal. I think with that part right there, that's a good time to call it. Because things changed and happened. Lots of things happened. Battle's over, but not the battle in our mind, or something like that. So, end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, because I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, if you like me, cheap, and like see grow, and please like, subscribe, and check out the various type of grow, and please remember spaying your animals to help control the pet population. And if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game, and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $50 a year. And until next time, another side play. Well, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. It's gonna be kind of weird if it's always weird when you play these games on and then there's gonna be another episode, and then it's like, oh, it's 5 minutes. But I don't know when that is. Could be next Let's Play, or it could be a couple more. Who knows? The only way to find out is to play. So thanks and see ya.